try and show you what I'm doing from my animations. Here we go. Here we go. Great. Oh. Rotate back. Oh, it's locked. Okay, so the orientation is locked. Like this. Can you hear me? Oh. Cool. Oops, not that one. Which way's better? Which way's better? I don't know. I don't know. Oh wait, you can hear everything, right? Oh, no, not that one. Microphone on, microphone off. Just stick it. Okay. That's off. That's off. All right. No. No. Please stop. Figuring out. Get hold of this. So here's the puppet. I'm gonna 12 people viewing. Sorry, everybody. This is my stop motion film I'm working on, Tarzan. And this is the that's just the opening bit. Hold on a second. I will turn the sound off here. Hello, hello, hello. So if I can skippity skip down to here and press in, you can see. So I'm not sure you can see any of that. I'm going to flip them around. That might be easier for me. There we go. So the pigeon lands on his head. He's in the middle of London. And they have a little interaction. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. And he starts to talk. So in this scene, he's just landed on Nelson's column. You can't see it here because I've got the puppet. The camera here, puppet. Hopefully there's no incriminating things anywhere. These little lights here, I need to turn this one on. So I'm just figuring out how to use the web, live chat with animation. Hello people, hi. I've used different filters. I used a blue filter and a red filter at the same time. And that just gives a bit of variation on the skin there, you can see. And I've got my nice big, DSLR camera. Yeah, that's plasticine there. And this is just, what would you call it, medical tape. And then obviously cotton and stuff. Kind of half of other sets going on there as well. Hi everyone, I'm Gus. I'm a stop motion animator in the UK, based in London. And this is obviously my channel, Gus Animation, or Gus Animation, and I am still figuring out how to use this technology. So I am a bit of a boomer today. Sorry about that. Make sure I will share the link quickly on my account. Give me a second to share. Here we go. Brilliant. I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste. I'm live now. And there we go. Post. Cool. And there's no image. Okay, that sucks. Maybe I'll add an image of something cool on my post. I will add a image of documents and add an image of Tarzan somewhere. Footage. Here we go. Brilliant. Okay, that should do a little bit of something. Yeah, okay. So that's that. I've got 20 viewers. This is kind of freaky for me because I'm a bit of a boomer. I'm gonna set this up somewhere. Oh, the red and the blue. Hey, the red and the blue just gives a bit of color variation. Sometimes your puppets can look a bit boring on camera. I just have this permanently with blue and red just to give it some just color because it's the light's on. Obviously, you can see my hand there, and it can just be a fun little addition. You can just position it and give it a bit more pizzazz. Hello, Quid Notally. I can't say the names. I'm going to need something to stick this phone on because I need to animate. It might be cool if I sit you guys here and you guys can chat and I can just have there. And then I can animate and then I can get a phone holder for future. This is going to be my learning experience. Here we go. There we go. And I can just go. My mouse. There we go. Cool. Great. And then I can zip into here and I can reply to people. Yes, so the mouth is clay. That's cool. I can see what you guys see. Just work on my animation. That's cool. So you saw at the beginning what I've got here, and I've got clay for the face, and this is all medical tape. It's really useful over sort of cotton, and I got that from when I was having to zip back and forth to hospital for health issues. I constantly had to get blood tests, and they used this material, and I was like, this was perfect to stop me. And then the nurse, let me have the whole roll, so that was nice of her. And I think I used that very roll was it on this animation? I was working on a Joan of Arc animation, which I ended up stopping work on, but not sure if everyone can hear me okay. I'm too far away. Let me know if my voice is too distant. Can I go bigger? I don't know. Anyway, this is a learning experience, so I apologize. I'm going to improve. I tried to stream it from my the computer, but it's lagged the animation so badly that it just wasn't going to work for me. As things move along, I can improve the process. So this is an experimental. The clay I'm using is new plast clay for the face. And I am going to zip. Oops. There we go. Okay, cool. So I'm moving his lips here. You can see them there. That's cool. And I worked on various little films. I think I worked on very briefly on Shaun the Sheep 2 as an intern, which doesn't actually count. Only you're being cheeky and you're wanting to sound cool. But I did work on it for a few days. That sort of counts. I worked on Chuck Steel, Night of the Trampires, and various Fireman Sam with toys and stuff in London. But these days, I just work on my own stuff. It's much more gratifying, I find, working on my own stuff. How's that look? Hello, Nuher, Hano. Hopefully no one has bad names. Obviously barely Archie Hey as well. I'm hoping I don't get caught out on a rude name. So yeah, I'm trying this live stream system out. A lot of my sort of people I watched and enjoy do this live stream thing. What's his name? He did the really cool TIE Fighter animation. Oh my gosh, you guys might be able to know him. Yeah, he did the TIE Fighter 2D anime looking stuff, and he does Johnson, is it Otter King, is it? And he does some really cool live streams recently. He kind of does similar stuff to me in that he's doing animation. It's sort of based on other things. I like doing London-based sort of characters and times, and although he's not London-based, he in this short comes to London. I live in London, so it's kind of fun. I will try to stay watching what you guys are saying. Yes, okay. Thank you for the compliments. I've not had people comment on my stuff before on live streams, so I'm still figuring this out. Now you'll notice on these frames, I've just started filming again for the last couple of hours. I was just chilling, having dinner, but the puppet shifted, and I'm not sure you can see that. And that is really, really, really annoying because it should be the same. It should be the same. I'll press it. And I'm going to move this over here so you can see it. You can see my reference film. Is that the right word? Reference footage of me. If it's not flipping this. That is annoying. Sorry, guys. I am going to get better at this whole process. I will have a better system in future. So if you like what you see, trust me, it will get better once I figure out the ins and outs of phone technology. Again, I'm used to using is that still in view? Yeah, it's still in view. That's cool. I'm used to using the computer, but when I'm animating, it doesn't work at all. It's really good for when I'm making puppets. I can have a live stream from my computer, but so you can see I'm kind of following. Oops, myself as well as this. Somewhat helpful. I've kind of worked this out here. So you can see the faces, my face and his face kind of will be moving similar. There you go, you can see that better. So this software is called Dragon Frame. It's the typical software for stop motion animators. You can't see me, but I'm putting on shoes because it's more comfortable on my feet because I'm standing all the time. I've got socks on at the moment. There we go. Yeah, you just get proficient at Dragon Frame. It's like playing a video game. Or a role-playing video game where you kind of don't know how all the tools work and what to type and what to click, and then once you figure out how Dragon Frame works after a couple of weeks working with it, it becomes second nature, and you don't really think about, you don't have to think about much other than what you're doing. Well, that's funny. I think I have 3 viewers now. I had a lot of viewers, but then they all dipped out because they got sick of me taking too long. Now this is taking a bit long and I'm not sure why. I'm going to try to improve this. In fact, I might have, do I have a camera holder? Yeah. Bad quality for this first one here, and obviously as things move forward I will have better quality. There we go, is that good? Or I could have it a short stream. I could do a short one today. Let's have a look. Obviously there's the puppet and the camera and the set. Yeah, I might do more and more and more and different stuff, but for today I'm still figuring out the setup. Where can I pop this? Where can I pop this where it isn't an absolute pain? Okay, I can dip this down, can't I? There we go, that might be a bit better. There we go, that might be better for you. There you go. And I'm going to delete that and close this off here. Great. Great, okay, that'll have to do for now. There's a light change here and I don't like that. Why is that happening? Ah, I know, because it's dark. It used to be light and now it's a bit darker. Yeah, because the days I'm in my room and I usually have my windows open, even when I'm animating. Okay, move that down here, move that down there. Ah, great. No, I figured that one out. Great. I can put that over here. Brilliant. Going to be a bit silent moving forward. Feel free to ask questions. I'm just going to be figuring out how to match this up. Feel free to look at my obviously YouTube page, and in my description I have my Instagram there, all detailed. And on my Instagram, obviously, you can see all the background of the Tarzan film, the previous making ofs and stuff I've been working on in the past. How? He's moving so far. I don't even know how. Okay, I might be able to get away with it if I do like a little thing like that. Yeah, that kind of works. That could kind of work. Here we go. That's all better. That's better. Here we go. That's better. There we go. I just press pause on the video and already it's easier to use. Okay, cool. That's better. How? I'm still trying to figure out how it's changed. Wouldn't it be funny if all this was AI? It's all AI. Everything. Even the terrible trying to manage the phone. There we go. Okay. Should have like lo-fi music or something in the background, shouldn't I? That's what the cool kids do. Bit of lo-fi. There we go. Just kind of in this scene, he's kind of resolved the fact he's got a pigeon on his head. He's kind of accepted it. He's not happy at first, but now he's accepted it. I am going to grab his head, I think, and yeah, I'm going to grab his head and I'm going to start doing stuff with it. Did you see that? Isn't that cool? Isn't it? And I'm going to take this over here. Can you see that? The head's separate. And now I can work on it. Can you hear me? Can people hear me? Hold on, I'm just going to check if people can hear me. Yeah, great. Everyone can hear me. So that's the head. This is my little tiny little setup to do the face. I am going to, guys, next time I do this, I'm going to have all the stuff set up for my set up for this table, so it'll be much nice and easy to see. But you can see that there. I really like my dimensional heads, as you can see. Very lovely. And I'm going to sculpt the mouth now. He's going to start speaking, and he's going to say, before this shot, he's sitting on Nelson's column. If you know London, Nelson's column is a very key feature of London. He's sitting on the top of Nelson's column, and he says, Tarzan make good hat. Wait, yeah. Tarzan make good hat for Rockman. That's when he's on Nelson's column. And then a pigeon flies on his head. And then that's this scene. Cuts to close up. And he says, pigeon. And then he's kind of upset at first that the pigeon's on his head. But he says, pigeon make a good hat for Tarzan. So this film kind of plays on things on top of things and hats and stuff. And he's trying to woo Jane. He's in the middle of London. This is the early scene in the short film, and he spots Jane in the crowd below him, and he swings down to speak to her and kind of bring her back to Africa with him. But yes, in this scene, he's just sort of acclimatizing to the London world. And the animals, the wildlife, because obviously we know Tarzan is kind of a lover of animals. I am going to set this up over here. I'm going to make work on it like this. Not sure you can see anything there. Cool. You see that? Nice. Next time I shall come all prepared, I promise. I'm going to give him mouth up a bit, because this is the beginning of his speech. So I'm just going to use his mouth. And we can all look back on this live stream and go, oh, he didn't know how to live stream. Look at him. Look at him try. Look at him go. Try to make his mouth not look kind of weird Will Vinton-y, because Will Vinton can make some creepy looking lips, I tell you. You've seen the, what's it called? The, was it the Tom Sawyer one or something? I forget the name of it. Is it Tom Sawyer or Amazing World of Tom Sawyer? I can't remember. But it's a Will Vinton film, and it is a bit creepy with the lips. And I'm trying to go for more slicker, cartoony look lips. Like Incredibles, like a stop motion version of Incredibles. That style, that visual. I do kind of like using this sort of technology. Let's have a look. They are full of watching right now. Let's have a look here what he says. Oops. It looks a bit Harrison Fordy with his lips here. How's that? How's that? so he's just gone peh. Peh. Oh, it sucks. His eyes are slightly off center, aren't they? Okay. Right, let's try that. Nope, we're going to try that again and again and again. Oh, I just realised I'm going to have to add a little bit to the eyeballs. Just adding a bit to his eyes. They kind of droop. They're going to get a bit more droopier as the scene goes along. So I'm just adding a little bit more. I have to add music in the background. It's hard to do live streams. You got to kind of have a showman mentality. How do you entertain a crowd? You can stick on your own favorite music in the background. How's that? You can put on your own lo-fi. That's how sophisticated my streams are. You can pick your own lo-fi. There you go. Look at it. Let's see his eyes. He's kind of, hey, honey. He's kind of, the idea is he's kind of like, sort of somewhat charmed by the pigeon's tenacity by landing on his head, I think. So that's the idea. That's the idea. Oops, oops. There we go. There we go. That's handy. There we go. Great. That should work. That should work. As Pippin would say. My sophisticated technology. You shall see it land upon his head. This isn't good. See that wobbliness? See that wobbliness? Not good. That makes me cry. See this? See all that wobble? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I have no choice. We must go forward. We must go on. We must not be shy. We must go on and be brave. everyone stopped commenting. They kind of realised that I was a bad host. Great. Okay, so we've got the head on the thing. How much lag is there? My gosh. Come on. Oh, wait. It's not even on. It's not even on. There we go. Now you're live. Now you see the work, the progress. Pigeon make good advertising. Pigeon. Pit. It's a bit of a slow poke. Bit of a slow progress there. Pit. Here we go. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to pause it. Pause. Oops. 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 I'm going to pause it. And I'm going to go over here. All of these get confused. Oh, this all works. There we go. There we go. That is working a lot better. See that? Already I'm better. Already. Pigeon. I'm still not convinced that's saying pigeon. Pigeon. And his eyes are a little bit too slow closing. Dagnabbit. Pigeon. Maybe I give that an extra frame, maybe? It goes warm, and then boom. No, that's not good. I think I might have to do, I don't know. It looks a little dopey. I'm not sure what I can do about that. I know I can move him forward. Head back, maybe. Maybe I should just forget about the eyes. Oh, tricky, man. Let's try to get that matched up. Oops. That's actually ironically a bit better, isn't it? Hello, any newcomers? Feel free to put on your own lo-fi. I don't have my own lo-fi here, so... I promise to have a better setup next time. No, I'm going to have his little lips. Pigeon. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe stick the lips together, maybe more. Yeah. Yeah, he's smiling. It's not doing that. Yeah, I'll try it again. Try it again. This time with Billy. There we go. I'm trying to get him to say the P in pigeon. Pigeon make good advertising. But we need the lips to be absolutely glued together. So that's what I'm doing here. But nice, strong P. P, 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 P. P, 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 P. Pucker. P, P, P. There we go. A bit more of a pucker. There we go. That's a bit better. I think that might get away with it. Okay, that might do the trick. That might do the trick. Oops. Maybe I just made a boo-boo. How's that? How's that? Whoop. Pigeon. So this is the P. Does that look like a P, though? That's the question. I can use my fingernails, I forgot. Good old fingernails. P, P. Hello, Sam Fan. Wow, indeed. Wow, indeed. You know what's kind of frustrating is that I know that when I'm doing this not live streaming, I'm a lot faster, but because I'm kind of concentrating on different things, it's a bit slower. It's always a little frustrating. But I hardly ever live stream, so I can't complain. I promise, as I've said 1,000 times before, to have a better setup next time. Right now, I'm figuring this thing out. And on my phone is the best I can do right now. I'm trying to do the P for pigeon. Oh, it doesn't look like a P anymore. Dagnabbit. That'll have to do. I think that'll do. I think that'll do. And I'm going to spin you around. Spin you right round. Maybe right round. Like a record. Boom. 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 There. Pup. Now I'm going to have him say pigeon. Pigeon. Where does he say pigeon? He says pigeon not here. He doesn't say pigeon here. That's right. He says pigeon here. And I'm going to go there, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to move that further along, and I'm going to go back to there, and I'm going to go Okay, let's match that. 1 frame in the last hour. That is really low. There you go. There. We've got our P. Brilliant. I was worried. One, two, three, and we get away with that, I think. There you go, brilliant. He's a bit silly-eyed, but that poor pigeon. That poor pigeon. And now we've done a frame. We shall make him go the E in pigeon. Now I don't think you can hear what I'm hearing, but here we go. Here we go. I don't know who's watching. Probably my mum. I suspect my mum's watching. Hello, lovely Paul. Hey. So we got our head here, and we're gonna. He's saying pigeon. He says, "Pigeon make good hat Tarzan." Just started the dialogue, and I've just had him do the P for pigeon. So he now has to just open his mouth a little bit to say the I. There we go. As I've said before to various others, I'm currently working on, Lovely Paul just asked, what are you making? I am working on my Tarzan short film. It's sort of a fan film. And it's about Tarzan coming to London and his adventures that he has in London. I just thought Tarzan would be good in stop motion. We've never seen Tarzan in stop motion before. We've seen him in live action. We've seen him in... I think that's good enough. Is that good enough? I think that's good enough. We've seen him in 2D animation very well with Disney, but we haven't seen him in stop motion, so this is sort of that. And he's in London, and he's sitting at the top of an island. A pigeon lands on his head, and he's just reacted to it. And now he's commenting on the fact he's got a pigeon on his head. And he says, pigeon make, yes, pigeon make good habitat. Pigeon, so pit. Yeah, that's an I. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Thanks for the compliments. There we go. Look at that. Pigeon. I could make him move. It's just more work to have the pigeon move, isn't it? So let's see what I've done so far. Pigeon moves, and then he comes down. Yeah, that sort of works out. Yeah, that's fine. That works fine. Okay. That's a jittery one. No, good. Thanks for all the comments there, lovely Paul. I'm not sure if you know me, so Sometimes people comment they have these funny names and they actually know each other. You sound like you could be my little sister. You would say similar things to what you're saying. Let's have a look. You could be a guy, I don't know. I assumed with lovely paw was a female name. Yeah, that works, I think. Yeah. I'm going to have to use an X sheet. X sheets are really good for knowing what he's saying and not saying. There we go. Thanks for all the support there. Lovely Paul. Pigeon. Now, I'm going to check. Why is he chopped? Low-key. What's that mean? Chopped low-key. Oh, it's chopped low-key means he's got a big jaw. Yes, it's clay. It's plasticine. I'm working on a Tarzan short film. So this is Tarzan, stop motion. And right now I'm trying to get him to speak, but it is quite complicated. And he's saying pigeon, so that's the p, and that's the it, pit. The problem is I can hear it, but you can't. It's in my earpiece what he's saying. He says pigeon make good hat for Tarzan. And it's tricky. Hello, Wild Bill. I'm always nervous when I read new names, so I try not to read new names because I'm always nervous they're secretly rude in some way. It's so easy to get done in. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get this. P. You know what? I think we can get away with that 2-frame pigeon. See ya pigeon head. I think it's turquoise. I kind of made it turquoise, so it has this kind of nice glow about it, and so it's a bit different from the sky, which is blue. Okay, so it says pidge, so his mouth has to go down. Pidge. J. Oh no, I have to say j. Pigeon. What does j look like in the mouth? Pigeon. Ah, no, I know. Pigeon. Pidge. You kind of make the lips go in the sides a bit. Pidge. Pidge. I think you get away with that, I think. Oh no, it's the opposite. Oops. That's pidge. Pidge. Okay, is that right? Pidge. Yeah, no, that will work, I think. That'll work. Oh, no, I just realised I've got my audio. That's a file, dagnabbit. Did you make good hat for Tarzan? Yeah, okay. Great, and I've got my audio file somewhere. Where's my audio? Brilliant. Brilliant. So I'm just figuring out the soundtrack, backing track. Let's have a look here. It's somewhere here. Where is it? It's somewhere here. Let's try this one. Dagnabbit. There we go. Just move this along. Move it along, move it along, move it along, move it along. Great. Move this along here. Great. Tarzan. Yeah, I know. Great. Okay. Load movie. Documents. Shoot, that's not gonna be good. Not for the audio. Yeah, here it is. Is that the one? Oh, I know. I think I know what's happened. See you later. See you later. See you later, alligator. I'm just getting this organized. And I'm going to do that. 207 is when it starts. Okay. 207 is when it starts. 207. Great. Let's try that. All right, gang. That's probably enough for now. I'm still figuring myself out. I hope you all enjoyed. We'll wrap up. Yeah. Ciao for now.